Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. I thought I'd do a slightly different video today. It's New Year and I'm looking at my guitars and I'm thinking, should I have a bit of a cull or should I get the guitars that I don't use that much sorted for my particular playing style and my needs? Now, I've got this Fender Custom Shop 1962 Telecaster that is a great guitar. It sounds fantastic. Now, the only problem with this guitar for me is it's really traditional in the way that it's constructed. Now, obviously body and neck are fine, although the neck for me is a little bit thin. Now, the main problem I've got with this guitar are the frets. Now, the frets are in great condition. There's nothing wrong with the frets, but because it's an exact copy of a 1962 Fender Telecaster, the frets are far too thin for what I'm used to. Now, if you look at these two guitars, the nearest one is the 1962 Custom Shop. And the next guitar is one of my favorite guitars, and it's probably the easiest to play. If you look at the difference in the frets, it's actually quite minimal, but it makes a hell of a difference when you're actually playing it. Now, for some reason, I don't know if it's because that's what I'm used to, but I love jumbo frets. Now, all the rest of my guitars have got jumbo frets. So these are very narrow vintage frets. Now, what that means is it's a bit more of a challenge for me to play this guitar than it is all my other guitars. So the question I'm asking today, and I'm asking you guys, should I, 1, sell it, 2, get it refretted, or 3, just be happy with it and use it as my guitar that I've got to fight a little bit when I play? So what I'm going to do is to go through some of the sounds on this guitar, and then at the end of the video I'm going to ask you guys to leave in the comments what you think I should do. So it's got all the telly spank, but the warmth that you'd expect from a more sort of vintage sort of style instrument. Now, sure, a lot of you regulars will know that I'm quite a big Telecaster fan, and especially of Custom Shop Telecasters. Now, the great thing about Custom Shop Telecasters, you know what you're getting. You're getting a sort of top quality guitar. The build quality is fantastic, and all of the components are top notch. It's just that this one's frets for me are slightly too thin. Now, if I did get a refret, I should probably explain that a refret is probably going to cost, in the UK, it costs anything between, say, £200 to £300. If anyone knows anyone that does it cheaper, please let me know. But, so, you know, there is a cost to doing this. This isn't just like an easy decision where I can just say, well, you know, I'll just take it down and see what happens. It's not, and it will probably affect the value of the guitar because the guitar has been, you know, refretted. Now, I imagine that's really if you've got a vintage instrument, but, you know, with these Telecasters, people buy them because they are a certain way. So if I change the frets on this, am I actually going to be affecting, you know, the value of it? Now, these Telecasters can really do anything from sort of standard, sort of vintage rock, Rolling Stones, that sort of stuff. And they can hold their own up to sort of modern day, sort of hard rock. But they really come into their own in a mix. Now, the great thing about a Telecaster is that they are quite bright, but they are quite pokey. So when you use them in a mix, they really sort of poke through. When I use something like, let's have a look, my Sir Alt T, which is a more modern guitar, but because of the way the pickups are in these Telecasters, they really cut through a mix. I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. I really hope you guys got something out of this. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. And if you could let me know in the comments what you think I should do. Should I, 1, sell it, 2, which I think is going to be my preference, to get it refretted, or 3, to use it as a guitar that I've got to fight with a little bit. Anyway, I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm Paul, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.